Hi my students, this is Michael here. I hope you haven't forgotten my name yet. How are you? I hope you are doing fine because the situation now is difficult, but I hope we will do it well. What can you do during this time? One of the good things you could do is English. Today I would like to tell you about one aspect of the English grammar, which is the passive voice. Have you ever heard of the passive voice? What is it? Simply saying, the passive voice is used when we want to put emphasis on the agent of the subject, so means the person that does something. Yeah? What is it exactly? Probably you have used in your life the active voice. This is the means of the language that we use very often. It is subject, verb, object. So means the person, the action, and post-action. So for example, I go to school. Yeah? This is active. I eat chocolate. This is active. When you want to make a passive form, you change the object, so in this case chocolate, into the subject. So you put it at the beginning of the sentence. Yes? So in this case you would say chocolate is eaten by me. What does it consist of, the passive voice? What does it have? The passive voice always has the verb to be and the third form of the verb. If it's regular, you put ed at the end, or if it's irregular, you must know it from the table of irregular verbs. What verb to be do we need to use in those sentences? It depends on the form. You can take a look at the table you see here with the active voice and passive voice. You see, you have especially here the present simple, past simple, future simple, present continuous, going to, present perfect, infinitive, modals. So you have every possible option shown here. So you see only the verb to be is changing. Sometimes it could be are, were, have been, must be, for example, in terms of modals. So be careful about it. You must use the proper tense. Whenever you want to change the active into passive, you must use the same tense. So be careful about it because you may get mistaken when you don't use the proper tense. I hope it is useful for you, this table. I will send it to you as a file as well, so don't worry, you will receive it finally. So when we talk about the theory, we said at the beginning that we use the passive voice to show that the action is more important. For example, sometimes we don't need the agent or the subject, the person that does the action. Why? Because sometimes could be not important, obvious, or not necessary to know, or simply unknown. Yeah? For example, we can say the church was built in 1999, but we don't know who built this church, and it's not important for us. Or you can say he has been arrested. It means that he has probably been arrested by the police. Who else could arrest people, don't you think? When you want to make a more formal statement, more formal sentence, you use the passive voice as well. For example, you can say the room has been cleaned. You could also say you have cleaned the room. Which is more formal, you think? The passive voice is more formal. So I recommend to you to use the passive voice in your formal papers, such as formal letters or essays. When the action itself is more important, you also use the passive voice. For example, you say 30 people were hurt by the earthquake. Or when you want to, on the other hand, we said at the beginning that when it is unknown, the agent is unknown, but you can also say when you want to put emphasis on the agent. For example, the new library will be opened by the Queen. I would like to stop here for a moment because we use the word by here. Do you know what it means? It is the preposition to be used to show the agent, the subject, so the action doer. Yeah? For example, our house has been repaired by my brother. Yeah? Or the TV has been repaired by my friend. You use the word by always when you talk about people. Don't get confused with the word with as well in this context, because you can also say by or with. Can you see it here? Yeah, by or with. Use by when you refer to the agent, yeah, when you talk about a person. But you can use with when you refer to the object that you use or the instrument that you used in order to perform certain action. For example, you can say, can you open it with a knife? Or can you try to play this with the pad? So be careful about it. Remember, by is to people and with is to objects. So one last thing for today, I would like to give you a little homework connected with this passive voice that we've been talking about. This is the last page from here. Don't worry, I will send it to you so you will take a look. It has 4 exercises which are not long, I think 15 minutes tops. Yes? So first you must choose the passive voice in the present simple. So probably you will need is, am or are and the third form. In number 2 you must use the past simple. So you will probably use was, were and the third form. In the third exercise you must use either present simple or past simple. So be careful. Depending on the sentence you must use this or this. And in the fourth one, as we said before, you must change the active voice to the passive voice. So remember how to do it? I hope you will do this exercise very well, and I'm waiting for your papers to be sent to me, and then I will correct it, and I hope you will do it very well. So for now, have a good day, because I think you're spending a lot of time at home. So take care, and hopefully we will meet together soon.